falling out of the bed while you're asleep?
Yes.
You know how terrifying that is? You're only 3 feet off the ground. Bro, I've done that before, and it's like, ah! You love it too much, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, got a bidet and pretty nice. Yeah, like you said, I see why everybody say they like it. It's a great addition to the home.
What made you just up and did you just like, oh man, I'm about to get one, or is it like this was
a
thought process for a while?
No, it wasn't really a thought process for a while. It was oh, I know what happened. It was my main line got plugged up in the basement, so my basement was flooding. And so I was like, yeah,
hit you in your butt.
I think that's what bidet is.
And you was like, yo, I like that.
that would be nasty because that would be sewage.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, hepatitis and stuff.
Trying to get clean, get dirty though.
You're right.
No, but I was like, maybe it'll be less stress on, the pipes and stuff with toilet paper and all that. So I was like, try it out.
Hey, are those things expensive, bro?
Not at all. Nope. Okay. You can get super nice ones. They're expensive, like heated ones and stuff like that. Probably ones that a massager give you a massage while you're sitting on the toilet. But no, mine's about $40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing fancy at all.
It's like a little water faucet, huh? Okay,
bro. Hey, but I'm saying, like,
no, I've been told this. I'm just messing with you. I've been told that people, everybody that I've heard a lot of people that have them, and they have used them before, and they said they love them. So
yeah, I see why the other parts of the world they're common.
Yeah, it's like Asian cultures. I think they already they be like it's in start.
Yeah,
because there's this guy. This is a guy I work with, Asian dude. We sit like our cubicles are, so we have a wall separating us. But it's like basically I'm sitting right here, and he sits on the other side of the wall. And I heard him on the phone talking to the guy about installing a bidet in his bathroom. Very weird conversation to have at work, but
that would be weird to have at work.
But I was just sitting here. I'm like, I was like, what? Like,
what is going on? But nah. So it was just a thought.
Oh yeah, nah. I mean, hey, teach his own. I guess like to me, it's like the concept.
Bro, yeah, it was wild to me as well. I was scared to use it at first. I didn't even install it. Like I had it in there. I was like, this is weird, but
I'm old school, man.
Yeah, a little technology don't hurt.
No. I'm all for technology. I use a lot of technology.
Just not when it comes to
just it's just like there's certain things that I'm just like, I don't know if I'm that ready for this. Like there's some changes I'm just not ready for.
Yeah. It took a little while to get used to, get dialed in, but once it's dialed in, bro.
Yo, hey. All right. We got to be careful of the vocabulary that we use while talking about this, because
it's literally a dial that you use to turn it on.
Like different pressures and.
This isn't the type of comedy I expected.
It's crazy that you decided to record while you were talking about it, because I saw you press record when you was expecting. See, look, I was trying to be nice, but like you press record, so you was expecting this to happen.
I knew your reaction would be.
That's why you recorded, because you wanted to see what you're gonna get out of me.
Yeah,
I was trying to be the same, but let me just be careful. I don't want to seem like I'm bullying. Let's get into it. Since you want to record, let's get into it then. Yeah, what's up with this?
Bro, it's convenient. I think I'm the only one that's used it. I'm not mad at it. So it's mine. It's my crib, my toilet, my throne. You got a little upgrade, you know?
Yeah, it got a little upgrade.
It was already cool because it's a high seater, so that's nice and ergonomic. Now I got the extra.
Hey, we ain't talked in a week, bro. And the first was, hey, have you ever used a bidet? This is what I'm talking about. Hey, for y'all watching, this is what a best friend is, right? This is what the best friend your brother is. Like, you don't have to talk to him every single day. Y'all just pick up wherever you left off. And apparently we left off at bidets because this is where we're at right now. First thing he said to me in a week. He's been snowboarding. He's been doing tricks. Hey, y'all go watch his go to Rick's Instagram. Like, he getting cold with it. You know, I was trying. No. You doing, bro? You doing? Trying. You're not trying no more. You doing? Because you know I was making fun of you at first. Not making fun of you. I was making fun of you. I was making fun of you because I was like, I could tell, you know, Rick, when you posted the first, but now if you go look at it, for y'all that don't know, Rick is like legit, like he a snowboarder for real, like
snow red.
Whatever the terminology y'all be using, hey, you cold, bro. You cold.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I'll give you a compliment all while I'm talking about this bidet stuff. But the point is, he's done a lot of stuff this week, and the first thing he talks to me about is this bidet. So the bidet must be great.
Yeah, it's because I've been meaning to say something about it past couple weeks, and I just haven't. I always forget, so it was on my mind.
Oh, so you've had it for a minute then?
Yeah. Since New Year's. It's about New Year's.
New year, new me.
New year, new me.
Okay. All right. Hey, to each his own. To each his own.
Yeah, I didn't know how to like it at first, but
yo, how do you want it? How do it feel?
Poseidon's Kiss. It's like,
what?
Huh?
That's what it's called?
No, but if you're not familiar with Poseidon's Kiss, just give it a Google, and that'll let you know what it is. But
I know who Poseidon is,
right?
I know. He's what is it, the Greek god of water?
Damn,
that's Greek or you brought it up. We going there.
Poseidon's Kiss is basically when you're doing the deed on the toilet, you drop a load, and then
Poseidon comes up and
just
yo.
So imagine that.
I don't want to imagine. I don't want to imagine
a string.
All right. Yeah. Hey, yeah. All right. That's what.
Hey, man. But I like that shirt you got on.
You know, it was a gift.
Yeah.
I want to say,
is it all one color? Yeah, I like that. That's what. Yep. I like that specifically.
Either my niece, sister, or Mo got it for me. I'm drawing a blank on who. I want to say it was it was Tay, because she always be buying the graphic tees. Somebody got it for me. It was one of them three. They got it. What up? We're back for another week of the Rick and Jordy Podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half, your host, Rick. Back for another week, y'all.
We didn't have an episode last week, which would now be last week, because basically I didn't pay my internet bill. Nah, that's not what happened. but my internet was jacked up though. We did pay the bill. Internet was jacked up. They gave us a credit. Apparently, I just got an email today.
Mm-hmm. How long was it out?
Well, so I did, like you said, I was resetting that mug, and I was going to text you, but then I was like, I don't think Rick really cares like that, so I'm not even going to bother with that. But I reset it. I YouTubed it, reset it, and everything, and the light just kept flashing. But it was doing that for like 2 hours, and so it was like midnight, and I was like, man, let me look at this video again. I looked at it again, And I was like, oh, I missed a step. And so then I just came downstairs, and then like you have to scan it, and then I just set up a new network.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah. So I set up a new network, and I just deleted the old one because it was like if it's you can just set up a new one. So I set up a new one for the both of the spots, and then delete the old one.
I see.
But so basically I got back online at like 12:30 and then AM. But there was people like I saw like on the ring app, like people can the neighborhood can talk about what's going on. It was people, it was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and it was like, did anybody else's internet come back on yet? Because mine is still out. I'm like, dang, but yeah, mine's on, but I didn't say nothing.
Damn, yeah.
So
like YouTube this video.
Long story short, I probably could have had it done a lot sooner if I had known what to do, but it still took a while to get to where it was at.
Got you. What you been up to these past 2 weeks, I guess?
Not well, nothing really. So by the time this airs, we're gonna have this week is gonna be my youngest birthday. She's gonna be a year old.
Okay.
Nori. So, yeah, so she'll be a year old.
March baby.
Yep, March baby.
Yeah.
The coolest March baby.
Oh,
yeah. My sister's born in March too, so you're not the only one. So
okay,
yeah, but this week not really a whole lot. Just just kind of my little cousin had a birthday party, so we went to that. And, that's pretty much it. What about yourself?
Okay, shoot, man, not a whole bunch. Like you said, just snowboarding. Busy time at work is this month, so after that wraps up, that'd be nice. Shit. Other than that, I'll talk about it after it happens. That'd be cool. Or I'd tell you about it off air, but yeah, okay. I'll wait till after it happens to talk about that.
Okay.
But I'm excited for it. But yeah, man. Shit. I go snowboarding this weekend. Try to link up with some homies. Yeah, that's it. Ain't nothing in particular. We about to watch the finale of Paradise tonight. About to FaceTime and watch that. Latour and I.
We've been trying to. So we're on like episode 3 or 4, something like that.
Okay.
But it is good. It's just kind of it got spots where it kind of drags a little bit, but it is good though.
Yeah. It I can see what you're saying there. But yeah, we're gonna finish that off. And then I caught up on Sakamoto Days. I was 3 episodes behind. I just kind of forgot because releasing it every week. But yeah, it's at a good spot.
I'm about to say, how do you feel about it? You like it?
Yeah, I think it's dope. Kind of just revealing more of his past and stuff like that. Just how they're doing it. It's a nice slow burn.
Yeah.
It ain't doing too much too quick or nothing like that. I like the characters. All the characters are cool. They got this little sniper dude now, marksman.
Okay, so
cool.
That's okay. So not the character. The characters are great, but that's kind of like I don't have an issue with it, but it was kind of getting a little redundant because it was like, all right, there's a new person trying to kill him,
trying to get him,
and then they end up becoming his friend, and then it's like, all right, and then these people keep joining, basically like they're almost like joining his calls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just feel like I like the show. First of all, let me just start there. I love the show. The show is I make sure I watch it whenever it comes out. I be trying to stay up when it drops, but it don't. I always fall asleep. But I enjoy the show, but I feel like that part gets a little redundant, and I just want to see like an actual villain where like it's his nemesis. You know what I mean? Like, cause even what's my man's name? I forgot his name. Hard boiled. His name is Boyle. Boyle.
Okay.
He always said, "Now that's hard boiled."
Yeah.
That dude, because like even him, I thought he was gonna be like a nemesis or whatever, and then he was kind of like, "Oh, I can't fight him."
Yeah, now
you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so like, I just want to see somebody like kind of like really go toe to toe with him for real, and not just be like, "Oh, I figured this out," Because I want to see how strong he really is. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think OP.
You say what?
He seems OP, like One Punch Man.
Yeah, he does seem a little OP. I think they might. I think they're going to just keep exhausting these hitmen until it's going to be the people that are after him.
Mm-hmm.
They have no choice but to confront him themselves, probably something like that.
And that's that's my thing, because it's like, all right, there's no way if he's taking out all these hitmen like that, there's no way that the agency can stop him, because some of these hitmen are ridiculous. Like you said, the sniper dude, even though he's absent-minded, he's a sure shot. Like he doesn't, he don't miss. You know what I mean? And then he has those recoil bullets that he designed them to where they bounce.
They just bounce.
Yeah, and they just keep bouncing. And it's like, if he defeated him, because that seems impossible to me, like fighting somebody that one is a sure shot, but then two, just in case they do miss, on the off chance he misses, it's going to recoil and keep bouncing around until it hits something.
And he fires 3 rounds at a time too.
Yeah. And he reloads so quick, so it's not like there's not really a whole lot of time for you're not going to just outrun them. You know what I mean? Like, even though they kind of figured it out, but still. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if he can defeat that,
then what can't he defeat?
Yeah, like, because you can't. There's no way you're going hand to hand with them. To me, that would have been the best chance. Would be far distance. He don't know where you're at, and you're shooting off on him, but not like, because we already seen what happens hand to hand. We wop, like, you know what I mean. So even Buddy that can.
The clairvoyant.
The clairvoyant. Like, he seems like he should be tough to beat. You know what I mean? Because he can literally, he knows what you're getting ready to do.
But he gets touched almost all the time.
He does. I mean, he can't really fight though. He just knows what you're going to do. So it just seems like he can fight, but he's not really fighting. He's just kind of weave.
Yup.
So,
what episode is it on? 9?
I think 9. Yeah. So. I'm just curious. I just want to see what character is going to be able to beat him. You know, well, not necessarily beat him, but just like compete with them.
Yeah. Well, I think they did they not show characters that are his caliber in this latest episode? Just the people he trained with.
Yeah.
But are you saying they're still?
Yeah, but I don't know if they can do anything to him. I mean, because like, I think. More than anything, what's underrated about him is his ability to adapt.
Yeah,
because like
that's what it seems like.
Like he just adapts to whatever you're doing. He figures it out really quick, and it's just like, oh, so you can do this. This is your ability, and then he just flips it on you. You know what I mean?
All.
Yeah. But I mean, like, he does it. He just does it so fast. Like,
he does.
In Dragon Ball Z, Goku took a long time to figure out what was going on.
Yeah,
like he would just fight you, and then he'd be like, oh, okay. You know, after he didn't gotten mopped, now he's like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. I need to do this, but then at that point, it's like you need to sacrifice yourself. At that point, you don't have the strength to, But he's like Buddy that was stabbed him with the needle and was like, oh yeah, whoever friend and foe get mixed up. He's like, oh, okay, bet. And then he just started thinking about his friend. Although it was funny because he was like, oh, I just started thinking about something. He's like, you hit kind of hard on that one though. Like,
yeah, you hit extra hard on that one.
Like, why are you punching that hard?
Yeah, I see your argument there.
But that's also me nitpicking. Like, I love the show. Like, do not get me wrong. I love the show.
I'm just, like you said, that may be your gripe, but shit, I'm just watching for what it is. So I really didn't have, I haven't even thought about it to that degree to be able to give a criticism. I guess I've just been enjoying it.
I don't even want to call it a criticism because I really don't. It doesn't bother me because, like I said, it just reminds me of like that aspect reminds me of One Punch. But the only difference is One Punch set itself up to be a parody in a sense, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, One Punch is literally just, I don't know. It kind of it feels like a mock, a mock because his whole thing was, they asked him how he get that strong. He said he did 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups every day. And then he lost his hair, and then like, you know what I'm saying? But that was so like that was his origin story. So it was like, oh, okay, this is just a joke, like, this dude, and then he defeats everybody literally with one punch. Like he hits them and they explode. And so it's just like, okay, this is a joke. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a real thing. But Sakamoto feels like a real thing. Like, he's really just a great assassin, but you can't do nothing with him.
How do you feel about him? Well, I guess this kind of giving spoilers, but is that shape shifting ability? Because he turned like skinny. He was skinny for a little bit, and then he went back
to fight Boyle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I don't know. I am curious about that. I was confused about that because he went skinny to fight Boyle, which there in that aspect it made it feel like Boyle pushed him a little bit. Like, oh, okay, yeah, like that's like Goku going Super Saiyan. Like, oh, you hit a little hard. Like, okay, but it's like, all right. So then if he goes to that level, then you can't touch him then. But maybe, like I said, like you said, though, I mean, they're also just building the world too. So
yeah.
So, but this leads me into my question. I have a random question for you today. I was thinking about today. What's a world you would live in for a year? It can be animation or just TV show or movie. It can be with real people or it can be animations. But what world would you want to live in, or you would be okay with living in for just 1 year? But this is also the stipulation to it. When you live in this world, their laws of physics apply to you now. Okay, so whatever's going on in that world, all that stuff happens. Like you basically are confined to their rules of what gravity is. So like if you were Dragon Ball Z and you were able to jump around and fly and stuff like you know what I'm saying, like you would be according to their laws of physics.
Got you.
So technically you wouldn't be able to fly.
Shoot, it's a good question.
I thought about this today and I still don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer? Mm-mm. I'm trying to think of something pleasant.
Yeah, that's for starters.
I would say you remember that movie Xenon on Disney?
Yeah.
That lived in a space station, outer space. Right, that because they that was technically future. They had a lot of futuristic stuff in there. I can't think back to what the heck it was, but I knew they was in spaceships and stuff. Like that was a mode of transportation. So yeah, probably that. Wear them goofy ass costumes or outfits.
Yeah, they weren't costumes.
Yeah, those would be outfits.
Yeah,
clothes.
Okay, that's a solid one. Dang. I was okay. Part of what made me think about it was I was watching Bluey yesterday. And I was like, man, they look like they live in like a chill type thing, because like they live by by a beach. Well, I guess they like Australian or something, so they live like by a beach, but don't nobody be going to work. Like they work from home. And kids should be playing all day. So I was like, man, that looks dope. I wouldn't want to live there because there's just a bunch of dogs. But man,
what's an environment that's like that though?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Maybe like rocket power.
I was thinking about that too.
Rocket power, because they seemed like they was kind of chill. I don't know where they were. They in like
they were in California somewhere, or was it Hawaii?
No, they were in California. They were in California, but I mean, like, what city was that? Would that be like San Diego or
probably? Yeah.
Or what is that? Like, I don't know. I'd probably say rocket power, because I like that show growing up, and I always thought they looked like they had like a chill environment. Like,
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'd probably say rocket power for a year.
I can't. Yeah, that was a thought that crossed my mind. Would you do the extreme action sports?
I would try. I would try. I would try. I'd probably try surfing.
Okay.
Maybe. Because that seemed like that was cool. Like they had a good time. I would at least want to do like the street hockey. That seemed like that.
Yeah, I forgot they did that. Yeah, that did look fun.
I'm not very good at skating, but I would want to learn to try that, because that looked like that was fun.
Yep. I remember playing hockey in gym. gym class. It was always cool because of that.
I don't know if we ever
It was like a
played.
broom hockey type of
Oh
deal.
yeah. Okay. We played like handball and stuff too. I like playing handball. I was a goalie.
We never played handball.
I didn't. I love handball, bro. I was a cold goalie, but nothing coming past me. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this weak ass bowling we had.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then everybody in America had to do that.
Mm-hmm. Them bouncy rubber bowling balls.
Yeah.
All right. So what is a realistic? Same question, but it has to be realistic. What's a realistic? Because we both picked. What did I pick?
You picked Xenon.
Yeah, because that's
so
not.
So like realistic, like real people, like real time period, like real timelines. Okay. Oh, but it's still a TV show or movie or something like that. But it's
TV show movie still.
Oh, I already got it. House Party.
House Party. Oh, yeah. Okay.
90s. That
yeah.
Dope. I'm picking that one because that was like probably the dopest one to me. But really anything that's 90s, but House Party would be the one if I had to pick the world because that's what LA. I guess they're LA. They're West Coast.
Something like that. Yeah.
They're California, and then House Party. Yeah, being in high school in that time period, and yeah, I'm doing that.
I'm trying to think of something more recent. Probably Superbad.
Yeah, for sure that fits you. Yeah,
I
can see that you like Superbad or a Project X or whatever.
Project X. Yeah, well, I think Superbad.
Superbad for sure, though. Yeah.
A little carelessness.
Yeah, that movie's funny, bro. I actually watched that movie for the first time all the way through, maybe about 2 years ago. I think I watched it, and bro, that movie had me in tears. I remember I was down here. I was actually downstairs and I was watching it, and Mo was upstairs. I yelled upstairs. I was like, Mo, why didn't nobody tell me this movie was that funny? Like, I know people was talking about it, but somebody should have made me watch this. This mug is hilarious, bro. I was in tears the whole time.
Yeah, man. Me and the homie, we went to the theater to see that. Me and Drew, in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's when it came out.
Oh, when we was in high school, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we might have been like sophomores. I want to say.
No, I'm pretty sure if we were underage, we definitely snuck into that 2007. Oh yeah. I think we might have just been able to get in rated R's at 17.
It was 2007. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. Yeah. So it was in junior year. Okay.
Yep. It was right after his birthday too.
Yeah. I'm about to say I know it had been around that time somewhere because
it was that what oh yeah, The Hangover. That was a little later, wasn't it?
Hangover might have 2009. Okay.
Yep.
I'm a year off today. I'm just gonna start whatever the year I think of. I'm just gonna say the next year.
Speaking of other worlds, I think there was this hole up in what was it, Washington?
Yeah, I think so.
Washington State, called Mel's Hole.
Yeah,
and it was possible. It was a potential portal to maybe another dimension, another world, maybe Middle Earth.
So you know that it's been a theory for a long time, or a conspiracy for a long time that that there are underground. There's another world underground, right? Mm-hmm. That there are people or humanoids, whatever you want to call them, underground. And so that's kind of what this was. The story. Yeah, you're gonna call me out talking about this is an AI video. The story's real, dude. That was the first video. I was like, I went and looked because I didn't really I watched the video and then I went back and looked at it. And I was like, yeah, it's an AI video, dude. Don't try to clown me. Yeah. So Ellensburg, Washington. It's supposed to be a bottomless pit, but it was found. Okay, so yeah, here you go. Claims about it were first made on a radio show, Coast to Coast AM, in 1997 by a guest calling himself Mel Waters. Later investigation revealed no such person was listed as residing in that area, and no credible evidence has given that the hole ever existed. there was but in that AI video,
yes,
it might have been in that video or it might have been another video where they was talking about like people was like throwing stuff in the hole, but it was like they would throw like waste in there, but it would never fill up and
same
stuff
video.
like that. But did they actually ever find it? That was, I guess that's my.
So Mel's hole? Did they ever find Mel's hole?
Yeah.
No, Mel's hole was never found.
Okay.
They found the hole on the Native American conservation land. They found that hole, and the government took that over because I guess there's been reporting of multiple bottomless pit holes.
This makes me think of, there's a movie that we're in the middle of watching right now on Apple TV. Basically, it's these guards. They live in these towers, but they're like all from different countries, but they're like basically blindfolded and dropped off at this spot. And they're just told to just like, hey, you're gonna be living in this tower, and I guess they got to be there for I don't know how long, maybe a year or so, but they got to be there, and they get all this ammunition, weapons, and all this stuff like that. And then at night, it's like these things that it's like a big old, so it's a big old like almost like a canyon. It seems like a big old hole or whatever, right? And so like there's a tower here and there's a tower here, but then there's a big old canyon that separates them too. And then at night, it's like these things that start crawling up out of there. They look like people almost. They're not people, but they crawl up out of there. And I don't know what happens. We haven't gotten that far yet, but we just saw them crawling out of there. We paused it. It was late when we were watching it and fell asleep. So, but it kind of reminds me of that, like Mills Hole, because this is like, if it is a thing, and you said the government took over the Indian reserve, then what's in it? Because whenever the government gets involved, there's something in there.
So in Mel's hole, what they say? Oh no, Mel's hole. They never said what was in it. But did you hear about what they say was on the Indian reservation?
What'd they say?
So they threw stuff down, yada yada. They finally put a live sheep down there. They put it in a box. They put the sheep down there. I can't remember how far they said, but the rope was moving. All of a sudden, it stopped moving. They pulled the sheep up. The sheep was dead. The insides were basically like it was cooked, but it had a mass inside, right? And that mass was a tumor. And they said attached to the tumor was a blob, and it essentially had two eyes. And I can't remember what the interaction was, but
what video is this?
It's the same one.
It was in that same video I sent you?
The blob jumped back down the hole.
Did I miss that? I must have just didn't watch the whole thing.
They called it a seal. But I was reading comments about people who said they, relatives had ties to the reservation, yada, yada, relatives told stories. And they said it was a misinterpretation of the Basque people, or what I think Basque, something like that. And they misinterpreted it for seal, but it really meant like a blob, just a mass.
Oh, that video is long. I didn't watch that whole thing. Oh,
so
I missed that.
That's why I was curious when you said, people under Earth, Middle Earth, whatever, the people living.
So you remember? Did you watch? Not Godzilla. Yeah, guys, was it Godzilla versus King Kong? Maybe. Did you watch that where they took him to Antarctica?
I don't think I ever watched it.
Okay, they took him to not Godzilla. They took King Kong to Antarctica because there's like apparently like the government was like they had this. It's like a cave, and in the cave is like a portal, and it takes you to on the other side takes you to the upside down, right?
Okay.
And so like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So it's that. So, but like that's what this is like. This is not. That's why I feel like there's something to it. You know what I mean? Because like we've talked about this before. If it's been made into a movie or a story, it comes from something. It's not completely false. And so that's why I'm like, I can't write it off, because it's like, all right, now how true is all of it? Like, is there really people under there? I don't know about that, but I can't say that there's not like something, because if the government takes interest in it, there's something there.
True.
You know?
Why would they buy the land
Yeah.
and block it off?
Yeah. They don't waste time and resources on just nothing.
Yep.
You know?
So what, I mean, all the stories around the one that they found on the reservation, it was like magical creatures. They were seeing Disney-like fairies come from the hole. They were all type of stuff. There was like lights emitting from the hole. There would be beams of light shooting up in the sky. So it was a whole bunch of paranormal or phenomena happening, and they weren't just dropping stuff down the hole. It was the hole was active.
Do you think?
Because like I'm looking back at this like on the wiki for the Mills hole thing, and obviously they said that there was a person named Mel Waters, but they said he never existed. And then they said they couldn't locate the hole. Do you think that this stuff could have got wiped?
The hole or the
No, not the hole, but
the person.
Yeah, the person.
Well, his story was that they came and kidnapped him, basically.
It says Waters made guest appearances on Bell's show in '97, February 21st, 24th, and 24th, 2000 and 2002. Rebroadcasts of those appearances have helped create what has been described as modern or rural myth. The exact location of the hole is unspecified, yet several people claim to have seen it, such as self-described intertribal medicine man Gerald Osborne, also known as Red Elk, since 1961, and claimed the U.S. government maintained a top-secret base there. But if he's made appearances, but they said he doesn't exist, so what do they mean he doesn't exist?
I'm assuming that was a fake name. But the stories he told, he said he got the military, they came to his property, there was helicopters flying over it. He was talking about it on the show. He was coming back home. They told him basically his property's not his anymore. The military wants it.
Right.
Lost all his money, lost his house, got taken to San Francisco, dropped off in the alley. He woke up 12 days later in the San Francisco alley.
In the San Francisco alley.
After he was on the bus, after he was getting on the bus to go see his family. Oh yeah, they also, in his story, he said they made him move. He moved to Australia because the government told him if they take his land, and he just moves away, that'd be that. But he came back because he wanted to see his family, or he missed his family. That's when they started going after him.
He should have just moved his family to Australia.
Yeah, you would think.
I'm not coming back if they tell me to leave.
Yeah,
let's go.
Most logical. Yeah. Like, all right, I'm sorry, but we got to pack up and leave.
Y'all can have all this. I'm out of here. I don't want nothing to do with it. So the Bible speaks of a bottomless pit, and so, but except in that bottomless pit, that's where that's where Satan is. So you don't want that. So
it gets a little hot.
Yeah, it gets a little toasty. You don't want to mess with that. So that's why that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't just disregard it, because like, even though, like I said, the Bible speaks of it in a different context. Like, it's not just some random hole in the earth, but to know that there is a hole in the earth somewhere that it contains, some fallen angels. Because even, did you watch,
there's all these movies, dude. That's the thing.
There's all these movies about this. There's a movie on Netflix called, is it Fallen? Is it Fallen?
I think you talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did.
They were all fallen angels, and they was coming up out of a pit, out of a hole. Like the hole was sealed off. It was sealed off in the woods. Yeah, and I was talking to you about it. Yeah, and yeah. So I mean, like even that, you know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. It's off in the woods. There's this cabin out there and all that, and yeah, they just come up out of that hole every night. So I don't know, man. I'm of the opinion that the hole exists. There's a reason why that can't nobody find it. The dude existed, and he just got wiped.
He got wiped, and if there were an opportunity to visit, like not go up close to it, but go to the vicinity and maybe view it from, I don't know, so far back and so up high, would you do it?
In the daytime, I might be intrigued.
Yeah,
I might be intrigued because I think something like that. I think that would be interesting to just at least. All right, we know that this exists. You know what I mean? I think it opens up some more questions, but
yeah,
I don't think I would necessarily be, afraid to go visit to see, to see it though.
Yeah.
But it would definitely be from a distance though. I don't want to be near for anything to grab me or me to accidentally fall in or get pushed.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, how comfortable would I be on ground near it? Like, I don't care for heights, but it's a different situation. You're technically on the ground.
Yeah, but then it feels different when you're looking because there's something lower than where you're at.
True.
I think the bottomless part scares me.
That's what gets me.
Because how far can you fall before you just don't exist anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the falling at that type of depth, wouldn't the pressure change kill you? You would think.
And I guess that's how I'm wondering how far is that though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how far down do you go before that happens? But is it really pressure change? Because isn't that like just with water? I thought it was just like the water is like more of like the pressure than like this would seem like you would just fall.
Well, maybe lack of oxygen, maybe that more or less. Because the higher you get in altitude, the less oxygen there is, and so I mean, we can't
be more oxygen.
Definitely not in a hole, a confined space.
Yeah.
What was the question? How
far down could you fall?
Yeah.
Before
how far of a free fall before,
and honestly that would be absolutely terrifying because like falling and not being able to grab anything and not knowing where the bottom is, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
like like because you don't know when it's going to end. You're just you're just going. At least like when people jump out of planes and stuff like that, like, all right, I pulled the parachute, there's ground, there's trees, like there's something that I can, eventually get to. There's a destination.
All right, our question is kind of obscure.
Did it break AI?
I didn't even use AI. So I Googled like how far or free fall do you need to unalive?
You might want to erase your history. It sounds really bad when you put it like that.
How far up in a plane do I have to be to throw someone out?
You're right. Right. This sounds like something that they would use against you later on. Like, yeah, it was just for a podcast. It wasn't
right. The answers from Chat GPT: cardiac arrest from shock. So you
okay.
perish before you hit the ground. Lack of oxygen or hypoxia.
Okay. So you
suffocate. Yep. And then G-force trauma.
Oh, that's like the gravity.
Yeah, what is that? Terminal velocity, I guess.
I think so. Something like that. I don't remember. I've heard the term before. I just don't remember. It's kind of like one of those college words. One of those science classes. I can definitely see a heart attack, happening.
About 120 miles terminal velocity.
Oh, at 120 miles?
No, that's not that's
That's how fast you be going.
That's how fast we'll. Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say. I'm like, dude, you know how long 120?
Yeah.
120 miles of falling is crazy. Like, can you imagine? Like, you're dying for 120 miles like that, bro. No,
that is forever.
Yeah, like, bro, it takes a while to drive that. Imagine falling for 120 miles. Whole time, this person's having a heart attack, suffocating for 120 miles. That's the worst way to go. Heck no.
That'd be terrible.
But even still, like, falling at 120 miles an hour is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
That's just free falling. So yeah.
You ever falling out of the bed?
Huh?
Are you ever falling out of the bed while you're asleep?
Yes.
You know how terrifying that is?
Yes.
You're only 3 feet off the ground. Bro, I've done that before, and it's like, ah, that is terrifying. So doing that down a bottomless hole, nah.
I haven't had one of those dreams where I'm just free falling. I haven't had one of those in a minute. So
ooh, yeah, those are scary, bro.
Yep.
Those are scary.
Just wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up before you hit the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, those are scary. I don't like those, bro. I haven't had those in a while either, but yeah, I'm thinking. They always say dreams mean something, man. Like some of those dreams, I'm like, why had I had that one?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I
don't
want to figure out what it means, huh?
No, not at all. At all. So this is like, oh yeah, you about to fall into millions and millions of dollars. Like, oh, okay, all right, it's cool. And nothing bad is gonna happen. It's just gonna be like, yeah, you falling into a blessing. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
I wish.
Dang, man.
But yeah, Mel, man. But you know, Missouri has some holes and caves and stuff like that.
Yeah. I want to go to one of them caves.
Down in I think I went Silver Dollar City. That's down the Ozarks, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think
so.
They had like a cave area. I remember going to that as a kid.
I think that's the one I'm thinking about. Is that or is that Branson? No, you might be
Branson.
Ozarks. Is Branson?
Yeah, Branson.
Okay.
That's where we went. We didn't go to Ozarks as kids. We went to Branson.
Yeah, they say Branson's like the Vegas of the Midwest.
I don't know where they got that from. That's a stretch.
Yeah, I don't see it. We went once. It was cool. I mean, they have stuff. It's cool, but
yeah,
they really oversold it with that.
It ain't no Vegas.
Nah, it's not Vegas. Not Vegas. I've never been to Vegas, but I know that ain't it. I've seen pictures.
Dolly Parton isn't the biggest, star that they tout. Well, that's what it was when we went. Did you go to the biscuit throwing place or the roll throwing place?
Where they throw the rolls at you? I heard about it.
Yeah.
Nah, but people love Branson though. They be coming out here from going to Branson and stuff like that. And talking about it like it's legit like that.
Little family vacation.
Yeah. It reminds me of like how like people went in Iowa, how they say they money up every year and then they come to Kansas City. I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
In a big city.
A little different, huh?
Yeah. I'm like,
I should have went somewhere else.
Right. Should have saved just a little bit more. You probably could have went to some place really fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. I mean, I love it, but like, I guess that's how people in LA see us. Like when we go to visit LA or something like that, I'm like, okay.
But they know where they at, so shoot.
Yeah.
They should expect it.
Yeah.
You can only do so much at the Plaza or
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Plaza is just it's cool. It's cool. Like
it is cool. I'm not dumping on it.
But. Yeah, but I mean it ain't nothing. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's okay.
They light it up nice at Christmas time.
They do. They do. They make it look really nice.
Yeah.
Make it look really nice. But I mean, it ain't. It ain't nothing. It ain't all that. Like we got to go to the Plaza. First of all, it ain't even like it's expensive. If you ain't got no money, like you ain't gonna do nothing but just walk around. Like
walk around and window shop.
Yeah, just like oh man, that's my car.
Key locks. Get some ice cream or some popcorn, huh? You call it a day.
Right.
Walk over by the little Is it a river? Considered
Yeah, that little
water.
I guess it can be considered a river. It ain't really a river.
Little stream.
It's like an aqueduct. Some things the Romans used to use. That mug is not that big. I could probably jump across that mug. I wouldn't try it, but I mean,
we get the picture.
Yeah, it's not that big.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, man. Hey, y'all do some research on Mel Waters because not Mel Waters. Mel Waters is the name of the guy. Waters. Y'all do some research on Mel's hole because it's actually quite interesting because for that stuff to be popping up in our movies and to be talked about in that way, I think it's something interesting, something to be looked into. There's something to be said there. I don't know.
Yeah, the story at first it didn't catch me, but as it kept going, it did capture my attention. So definitely go look into Mel's hole or just any other hole phenomenon.
Yo. We didn't talk about bidets. We talking about looking at Mel's hole and looking at other holes. This has been a crazy episode. I don't know if we can post it.
Check the not for children box for sure.
Yeah, for sure. This is not it. Yeah. I didn't realize how crazy it sounded until you said it again. And I was like, oh, that's what I've been saying this whole time.
Mel Waters.
Mel Waters. Yeah. Y'all go look into
Void. Let us know what y'all find or what other conspiracies may be out there.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what too? Send us some conspiracies if y'all have some that y'all want us to look into, because we don't know them all. We look for some and we find some, but y'all send us some. We don't do just conspiracies, obviously, but they're fun to do. Like we like to dabble and see if we can get some theories out there, some answers maybe.
I guess this is more of an urban legend.
Yeah,
it's not really a conspiracy.
Yeah, more of an urban legend. You're right.
So anything under that swath, under that realm, shoot them this way for sure.
Yeah. Any holes you want us to go down?
Yeah, that's why. That's not Mel's.
Yeah.
Shoot, man. Let's get into this wiki game.
Let's do the wiki.
Some more crazy shit you said.
All right. Let me see. All right. Mel's hole. All right, we're gonna start it. We're gonna start at Mel's hole, and then where we gonna end up at?
Next tail.
Next tail?
Yeah.
Bet. Next tail. Hit me on my next tail. True. Dope. I never had one though. This right here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I never had one, but
I remember I'd be in the locker room when I was in high school, and everybody be.
Yeah. I remember being a kid and the barbers had them. They would always, yo, what up, blah, blah, blah.
Drug dealer phone.
I guess so. According to, yep.
All right, we're going to next tail. Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1. Wiki. All right, next tail. Hit me on my next tail. Chirp.
Hit me on my. I'm an idiot. I made it too easy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because I actually don't know where to go from here. I don't know. I actually don't know where to go.
Okay. Well, then maybe I do.
I'm trying to. Hold on. Wait. I think I got something. I'm on to something. I think I'm on to something.
I might. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm on to something.
What?
Be funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, because you said it yourself when we was talking about it. So
I said what?
It was earlier.
What'd I say?
How to get to it, or how I was thinking to get to it.
I did?
Just keep looking.
I'm kind of oh wait.
Huh.
I had it.
Did you?
Yeah, I messed up though. I clicked the wrong one.
I don't know.
Did you find it?
No, not yet. It's like It's like,
did you already find it?
no,
Bro,
I'm close. That's why I'm like,
you keep looking at me.
I know you're close too.
I had it.
Shit.
Man, I had that mug.
I'm trying. Damn, that's not right.
Man. Oh, because I clicked the wrong one.
What you click?
I'll tell you later. Just know I had it. All I had to do was click the right thing, and I would have been right where I needed to be.
For real.
Now I'm sick.
Okay, let's try this again. Is that it? Oh, this may be it. Fuck, it's not. Let's try this.
There's no way.
That's how I feel, but it went from easy to.
Yeah, I feel like I was right there, man. I was right there. Man,
I got lucky.
Where'd you go to?
Shit, I was off to the races. Okay, Nextel, BlackBerry, Alcatel mobile phone. I was grasping at straws. HDM Global, which got there from mobile phone again. I was just going through companies. Motorola Razr V3, mobile phone, cellular network, wireless network, wireless stations, telephone, talk radio, coast to coast AM, Mel's Hole.
Yeah, I got way off. There was a point, like basically I got to an intersection and there was one, it said like push to talk or something else. I'm trying to go back and find it now to see where was my my mishap, because I had it, but now I can't find it anymore anyway. But yeah, I messed up a while back.
What I kept seeing was Nokia.
I know, I saw that too. And I almost wanted to click it every time.
Yeah, that almost tripped me up.
Nokia.
But
congratulations.
Thwarted that streak, did I not? The streak went the other way, has it not?
Hast thou not any
humility?
No, hast thou humility.
Thou shalt rise once more and be victorious.
We shall see. We shall see. I shall keep my foot on these neck.
This is how them Dungeons and Dragons people be talking. Nah, good game, man. Good game. Good game. Yeah. Good game. You got it. You got it. That's cool. That's cool.
I think is it 3-3?
I think so.
Yeah, 3-3.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds right.
So
that sounds right. Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Yeah. But you got anything else for the folks?
I ain't got nothing else for them. Yeah, hey, y'all, make sure y'all go do the game. Mel's Hold to Nextel. And let us know how y'all got there. Race us on this.
For sure.
Yeah. What else you got for them?
That one took about 15. I think about 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I got is like, comment, subscribe.
There you go.
Hit the notification bell. Bing. You know what to do.
Yep. And like always, this has been another week of the Rick and Jordy Podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm half your host, Rick.
And we'll catch y'all next week.
Next week, yo.